Truth Show. We here live and direct on the Raw Truth Show. We got the owners of Grenada Built To Win Classic in the BX. That's why I had to start the show off with my man KRS-One. Of course, you know, he's the teacher, and that's what you guys be doing, teaching the young how to play ball because y'all got little things going on. I want you two brothers to introduce yourself and let them know what you do, and then we get right into the show.
Yeah, right.
Hit your mute button. The little speaker to the left of the screen.
Speaker, right?
When you touch the screen to the left, should be a little speaker.
Like a microphone.
He turned off the that's the go ahead, Vance, introduce yourself.
My name is Vance Callahan. I'm the co-CEO and founder of Grenada Built To Win Classic, better known as BTW Classic, where we got kids from 8 to 18. We do clinics. We do and we run it as a regular tournament. We do clinics every Saturday and Sunday during the summer. We are also a nonprofit. I also work in a school. I'm a paraprofessional in a middle school.
Okay, go ahead. No, not yet.
Turn your volume up though. I heard him a little bit. You gotta turn his volume up.
You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, you loud and clear.
Hell, he keep covering the mic. Stop covering the mic. Pick the phone up.
Rasheem Jenkins. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rasheem Jenkins, mentor in the community, CEO of Grenada Built To Win, Inc. Also work in the school as a dean. Just want to give back to the youth and make sure every kid go to college.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna start this off with some. When did you guys start Built To Win or Grenada Blacktop, or when did you guys started?
We started 2013, and it was off the base of we both just came from school. We like, yo, it's nothing going on in the neighborhood, so let's give the kids something to do. We started as like a little regular clinics, and then we said, all right now, we just fresh out of college, let's do it as a weekend thing. We did it as a weekend thing. We did it for a weekend thing. The first August of every year we did it. The first Saturday and Sunday we would do it, and then we kept going and going and going, and now we do it during the summer. For the last 4 summers, it's been a whole summer thing.
Okay, Rob, you want to add on?
Yeah, basically, like you said, just piggybacking on what my partner said, we started as a lack of community activities in the neighborhood, so we would do it on weekends only, as every August, and then it followed by the last 4 years. We've been doing it for a whole summer, servicing over 400 youth. In the summertime, and also we have added a college pro division also, so it's been successful and up and running. This would have been our 8th summer if we could have a summer, but still up in the air.
Okay, so that was another question I got. So what are you going to do about this summer, since it might not be any tournaments going on, or are you guys going to take the chance on when they open up the parks and put the rims back on? Are you going to take a chance on having a tournament?
I mean, so I look at it as, safety first. So I think about it, if say they open in July or June, July, we still want to give it a 2-week grace period if they completely open the city, because that first 2 weeks is going to be major, because you're going to know if the pandemic is over or not, because now you're going to have everyone in the streets. So you still want to do safety. You want to pre-safety first. So the thing is, we want to pre-safety it now. If the 2 weeks are done, we already have all our material. 2 weeks are done, and we're able to do it, and there's no more cases where it's crazy. We could push for it. But if in the worst case scenario, we've also talked about doing something if the city doesn't open back up till August, maybe at the end of August we do it for the weekend. We just go back to the weekend thing because we've done it before. So we know we got the hierarchy, we got everything we need to do it for a weekend. But we really want to do it for a summer. Our goal is for the summer because the kids are gonna be missing a major part of the summer if there's no basketball. You know,
Yeah.
that's in New York City as a whole.
Right.
Just to piggyback on my partner said, we always want to teach safety first because this is a serious pandemic. People's dying for it. Numbers and numbers of people dying. So this is really, really bigger than basketball at this moment. So like I said, if it does open back up, we're looking for maybe just a last weekend in August type of thing, like a back to school event, 3-day tournament, just to get back to the kids. And hopefully we get a hang of this pandemic where we can say, isolate people a little bit more, or just only that weekend versus having a long summer of basketball with a big crowd for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's most important. And followed by that, even if we can still do like exercises to keep them in shape at not large groups, like at a distance, you could do things outside and spread out with small groups of maybe 12 or 10 just to keep them in shape.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to piggyback off the way he said, and really we would do that weekend tournament just to let people know we still here, we still in the community, we live here, we in the community. We just want to still show y'all we appreciate the community, so we're gonna give y'all something to look forward to still,
Okay. Understand. So, what about the police and towns members? Meaning, like the Andy Kings and all of those people, the higher ups within the community. What do you think about them helping the community? And basically, what I mean by that is basically helping with your tournament and making it bigger and better. How can these people be a part, and what can they do to be a part of it?
I mean, because we've been doing it for 7 years. This year would have been 8. No real sponsor. No sponsor. We come out of our pockets. We work. We come out of our pockets. I mean, we just, be honest, we don't really need much. We would like for them to kind of redo the park. Not even the floor, just do the backboard and add some benches, because I know it's hot sometimes, so people want to sit down. You always want to have a place for people to sit down. The park tends to get crowded as the day goes on, so you want to sit down. You don't want to be standing in front of people. People get, some people get antsy, but you always want a place for people to sit down. I mean, that's really big for us. Like at least changing the backboards, because every year you want to grow. You want to show that you're growing too. You understand what I'm saying? So those are just some things I've thought about just to help us grow. And then we got like art initiatives induced into our program too. So even if kids want to do art, like one year we had chess outside every day, and then I could take kids to do art because I do art. So just a helping hand basically.
Yeah.
Just to piggyback on what he said, we're not asking for much, like just a little bit of your time, just to come out maybe once or twice a summer, speak to the kids. Like you said, maybe just do the park over, where people could sit down. Kids could feel like it's a safe haven to come and play every summer, because this park is being active every summer, all year round if we can. But in the wintertime, it's not active outside due to the weather. But every summer, that park is packed. So the park being one of the things, giving us a budget where we could work even through the wintertime for the kids and even serve more food and just let the kids feel like, they're important. They're important too, that they know who their city officials is and you got their back. Not just, hey, we're just going to elect you, my parents going to vote, my mom's going to vote. Then once we get in the office, we don't see you no more. They can't get none of the resources no more. They can't get inside the center. They can't use the computer. So I feel like we're doing a disservice if none of our city officials to even get them in academically. You know what I'm saying? Outside of basketball, we also a nonprofit organization. Also, we teach academics. We got media relations. We got art. You know what I'm saying? We have actually a real enrichment program. So we're not just only basketball. and we got that skill set and a staff that can do both. So we kind of versatile when we come to that. So as far as with the city officials, we've been talking very close with Carl Hasty, Jamal Bailey, Kevin Riley, to like you said, get the park done over, get some discretionary funds so that the program could extend. That means if we don't get those funds and don't hold these people accountable, then our program stay at a standstill. It's going to go on, but our program stay at a standstill. We can't service as many youths as we want with just a small budget that we got coming out of our pocket, which is a shoestring budget. So we don't really make no excuses. We hold ourselves accountable as doing stuff in the community as we did. We want to do the same, just like how they want the votes and they want people to do the census. We want y'all to be here for the kids, and it's not about just the money. Don't say, hey, you got to be on a flyer just to come out on a picture. You should just show up. We people in the community, just show up. Show these kids who they are. Like, hey, you could be this next person to go to this school, and we got this scholarship for you. So I think that's more important, bigger than basketball. And if the park is even fixed, our crime rate is low. Crime rate is low once that park is back like that. So that's my biggest take on it. I just want them to be consistent. Don't say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to meet, and then nothing never happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing.
Right. So now, I don't know if you guys are ready for this question because, I don't know if he might come over there and try to shut it down even though it ain't open yet. But what do you think about Andy King? The man had the hottest basketball tournament uptown Bronx before he became into the political world. Before he became that, he had one of the hottest basketball tournaments in the city. Have you guys ever reached out to him to get some type of support from him?
Yeah, definitely reached out to him several times. I told him even as a youngin', I played in UDC my whole life. I got a bunch of trophies in my house from UDC. I remember a bunch of our coaches putting us in that tournament for a number of years, and I remember it growing up. That's all we wanted to play in outside of traveling. And one summer we just didn't have the tournament. It kind of was heartbreaking for me. That was like traumatizing. I'm thinking like, hey, I'm playing in both divisions, 16. I'm gonna play juniors and I'm gonna play college division. And then one summer just kind of disappeared. Like we just didn't have the tournament. And I never understood that as everybody paid their money. So I brought that up to him. We had several meetings, and not saying nothing personally or bashing anybody, just like you say something to somebody, just like, hey, I hear you, whatever. It's just like, yeah, it sounds good, but some people only going to help the people they really know who they're going to help. Like, if you really my man, if you really my friend, then it shouldn't really be like that. It should be like, hey, you really, really active in the community. I really need to support that. It shouldn't be because, hey, I need to put you on a flyer just so you can come out and say, hey, you did this. I'm not with I know how politics work, but I'm not going to fake it neither. Like, if you don't come out, I'm not going to just say, hey, you was here, you was doing this, and you was on a flyer. Not saying he never came to Eden Wall and came to certain events. He did. Last summer, he came and gave us a award. He participated. Buddy did an event. He came out. But that's good, the award, but we need the funding to keep the programs going. We need you out there more actively. So that's just the only thing. Like, people keeping their word and coming through. I feel like people will tell us one thing, oh, it ain't no discretionary funds in the budget, this is that. And then I hear from another organization, they got $150,000 and they nowhere in the community. They got $250,000 and they nowhere in the community. That's my only thing. So if you tell me no discretionary fund, how come I speak to 3 other organizations and see their budget and they got $250,000, $150,000, and it's just got to be consistent, hold everybody accountable. That's my biggest thing.
Right, and then with us is we're gonna keep going. Listen, we know how politics work. It's either you're gonna take it the wrong way and stay at a standstill, you're gonna keep going. Sometimes it's just like we know what you want to do, but we know what you want to say too. So you're gonna say what you need to say at the time, but what you say needs to be followed by actions. If you don't show the action, we really can't believe in you. Kids could believe in you. You want the kids to believe in, like, yo, they did this, they set the park up, and they was right. And then now everything is fixed. Now I could service, instead of 400 kids, I could service 1,000 kids with an adequate park. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about following through. Don't tell me you're gonna do something, you don't follow through. Then you go, hey, email me, and then my email's in the email forever because you get thousands of those. You understand what I'm saying? So just be upfront. I just rather you be upfront and let me know.
Right.
Cool. And the biggest thing, to piggyback on that, the biggest thing you could do is come to a park and tell 400 or 500 kids you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, and you don't come through, and then it's time to vote, and you coming back around like, hey, everybody vote for me. That's not gonna happen. Just like how they remember that you promised these kids something. That's what they remember. Everybody was young as a kid, just like when they had UDC. Like, that was my traumatizing moment where it was like, no UDC that summer. That I was looking forward to that Uptown. That was like one of the hottest tournaments, and that I remember. That
was the hottest tournament. You had teams from Connecticut coming out. You had all these different teams from Jersey, Connecticut, and there's no tournament. Teams are paying their money.
Right.
There's no tournament, and then it's like it just vanished. As a kid, the tournament you've been playing in for the last 5-6 years that you might not even won. You might have made it to the chip 5 times in a row. Yo, next year we taking the chip. You can't even take a chip because there's no tournament. There's nothing for you to look forward to.
Cool. The biggest thing, the piggyback, the last thing is, it was not like y'all canceled the tournament before people paid. Everybody paid, and then there was no tournament. So that was just like stunning to me. Like, we took the payment fee, and then the tournament was just canceled. Like, I never understood that. I never brought it up to the council member about it. I just felt like, Dad, you should at least pay back the youth. Like, hey, I remember you, and hey, I see what you're doing now. This is what I was doing when I was younger. I want to support that. You know what I'm saying? Why not support that? Why I got to be, I'm going to get back to you. Yeah, we definitely going to do that. We could come to your office 10 times and ain't nothing happen. Like, I'm not here to play games or waste time. Like, we really, really outside. We're not really just saying we're going to do something. We're not. A lot of these programs saying they doing this, they'll come to one event, they'll come to his event, and then they get all this money because it's politics. It's about who they know, who they grew up with, but it shouldn't be about that in our community. I feel like our division in our community is so divided. I feel like it got to be.
But the major thing is, you're an advocate for the community. This is your community. No matter how you put it, you're an advocate for the community. So I don't care if you might have known him 20 years, but you're advocating for the community. You should be doing an injustice. You should be doing justice for people that's helping the youth. Why not support the people that's helping you? Because this is the Bronx. Come on, let's be realistic. We all live in the Bronx, right? People, it's hard to grow up in the Bronx. You got to grow up faster than you can grow up if you were living in Virginia. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to grow up fast. So let's give them, since they're growing up fast, let's give them the tools and the skills to help them out.
Gotcha.
Instead of them turning to violence. That's what usually happens. When they don't see the support, they go look for it through gangs,
Yeah.
One last thing to get off this question, right? I'm going to tell you a quick, not off topic. Like, I went to a political party in Brooklyn, right? Just with the city officials and stuff like that. And you could just feel like the energy, their vibe is so supporting. Like, hey, you from the Bronx? Like, yeah, they mentioned Andy King and all these city officials. I work in his office. Yeah, we do something out here. We got funding. And they just like, they city officials wanted to support me. And I'm not even from Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx. And they like, yeah, we could do something as a collaboration. So I feel like they don't even know me. And they just willing to support. They following up. They calling. And I feel like that was like, gives you like hope with your
That's like a slap in the face, man. I take it, that's like a slap in the face to the community.
Why don't Brooklyn city official got to contact you about us and you actually know us? I don't understand that. But I just leave it at home.
Yeah, so the year that they stopped the tournament, was that the year he was in office? Or he started to try to be in office? Did you ever think about that? That's why he bounced with the money? To put that money to the cause? Yeah, I'm keeping it real, man. Andy King, listen, he need to be in the hood helping the hood. You bugging. I'm going to keep it real. Listen, he didn't do nothing for me because he wouldn't let me play in his tournament. And I was a freshman in college. My age was right at the mark to play that 1 year. in UDC, and he wouldn't let me play. And now the funny thing is, it was about 5 or 6 other guys that was in my same bracket that was balling in the tournament.
Wow.
So I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? But did you ever think about that's why he had the money?
To be honest with you, I heard stories that, they took the money and ran off and tried to do the campaign with the money, which is sadly, you use that to take away from your community to do that, and then you get in office and you don't help your community. It's even worse. Well, you help who you want to help. I put it like that.
Yeah.
You help who you want to help. People you want to help. You don't help.
Right.
You don't service your district. You service portion of your district. It may be Co-op City, 216 area, stop gun violence and all that stuff. Those people in that area. Anything on this side, you don't touch. You don't really do much.
Because I'm gonna say it like this. Valley got their park done over. We ain't get our park touched yet.
And you ain't even talking about just your park. You talking about period Edenwald Parks.
It's
period.
3 parks in Edenwald. He
Right.
did the one on the south side where nobody. He did the one in the beginning of the projects where nobody goes.
Oh, the turf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's usually in the turf.
No, because there ain't no shade over there.
Right, and the main courts are inside the projects.
Right.
Or deep in the projects.
Where the pool
You
is,
don't
right?
want to touch those. Right. How you skip over that to go to the turf? I don't understand it. And
Right.
then there was a so-called budget to where they were supposed to fix the big park, and it still hasn't got done. What they did was they fixed around the basketball court in the big park, flowers, little pool there, and then that's it. Oh yeah, we fixed your park.
Okay.
I thought the park includes the basketball court.
Right.
I mean,
So all right, now let me ask you this question. Because your location where your tournament's at, to me, because I've been there several times, is a great location. I like it. I like where it's at. I like it's like compact. It's all on, the fans is on top of the court. They don't run on the court as much as other tournaments and stuff. And, it's like family oriented over there. You got the little park where the kids can play. The parents can sit on their, on the bench and watch the kids and watch basketball at the same time. If they do the big park over, are you guys moving?
no. Because what it is
Now, I mean, they do the big park, but they don't touch your park. But they do the big park, and I'm talking about the big park got everything you want. Are y'all moving?
nah.
No.
We're not moving due to the fact that as we grow, we get more teams. So now it's about expansion.
Well, the
Keep
big
more
park,
parks.
the big park would be better because now you got the little kids on one court, the big kids on the other court. You using both courts. You got,
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying. You can utilize the whole neighborhood as far as basketball. You get 80-something teams. Of course, you got to utilize every park. But at this moment, we don't got 80-something teams. So at this moment, we're not looking to really move.
Okay.
If they talking about doing our park over, you know what I'm saying? If they gonna do the park over like the turf and give you the gel backboards, no fiberglass, floors is halfway done, it's cricket, then we might as well stay where we at. What's gonna be the difference?
No,
middle
I
of the
mean,
project.
I'm talking about the one in the middle where the pool is.
Yeah, the one in the middle, that's like park department. So if they fix that up, of course, that's like an option of location depending on how many teams. Like if we was to add girls and it's like 25 girls teams, 25 high school teams, and it's like so many teams like Dykeman, then you could think about like another location, which is, if that's a neutral, in the middle is neutral, like that would be better than actually the turf because it's on the side.
So you basically saying if you grow, which it is going to grow. So I guess you guys are really looking to move over there because you're going to be getting these top teams, a lot of teams, because the kids division is free. All the way up to high school is free.
Right.
So I don't know if a lot of people know it, but I guess they'll know it now. The tournament is free. The only part that you pay is the college and semi-pro division.
Right.
But everything else is free. So now you're telling me that you're definitely going to be moving soon because after this year, hopefully, even if it's the tail end, by next year, now that the world know that they got a free tournament up to high school,
Right.
and all they got to do is pay ref fee, you might be getting a whole lot of calls now. So then now you might have to move to the middle of the park and do your tournament there.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
like an option. Like we want to keep our park too, but that's
Right.
just like an extra option as far as with the team. We wouldn't just completely vanish from the park and leave this side empty. That's just like
Okay.
all the people that would come out their building used to hearing a whistle and coming outside, it would feel like so crazy. So we'll have games going on there
Okay.
and have games going in the big park, like an expansion. 2 locations. You know how Pro Style used to do? 1 location over here, 1
Okay.
location up your gym. So we'll have 2 locations where games would be going on all day, and you would have game there. And it's like walking distance, literally like less than
Yes.
5 minutes
Right.
walking distance.
So basically that's what you're really looking to strive to go for, because you want all that bunch of teams to be able to get in and be able to utilize 2 parks at
Right.
the same time.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, that's beautiful, because that sounds real good.
And it service more kids on that side of the projects, and it service the private house kids around that area, and it looks better. You know, it's something going on in the whole neighborhood versus just one side of the development.
Right.
So now the whole development got a chance to see basketball. So you had whistle walking from Cardinal Spelman, you had a whistle, you stopped there.
Right.
Hey, my other kids got a game over there, but you'll see traffic going on back and forth, and it's just basketball going on all day.
That's nice. Yeah,
And
that
now
would be
you just
nice.
see a bunch of basketball players walking around. Yo, this neighborhood got a bunch of basketball players now.
Right, right. Now with all the basketball teams and programs around the area, are they all in your tournament?
What programs we have? We got Wiz Kids. They definitely be in the tournament. They got an unlimited team. They in the
They
youth
got
division
middle
also.
school. They got middle school. They was gonna do high school this year, and they got it unlimited. So Wiz Kids definitely always comes every year. So far they've been there every year.
Yeah, Wiz Kids always support.
Since our
they
first
family.
year.
Yeah, Wiz Kids is the family. You know, I was a Wiz Kid growing
And that's
up. They
family,
always
you know?
support. Muggsy, Mez, all them, Damon, like I like them over there, what they doing and building up. I program right next door to them. It's like brothers, you know what I mean? Brothers from another mother. That's basically what we could call it. You know, Wiz Kids in Grenada.
Right, right,
Built to win.
right. Okay.
Because most of our kids play for Wiz Kids too as well. So, and we played for Wiz Kids at a point in time.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's always going to be family.
Right. Okay, we're gonna get into some touchy stuff. What you think about the cop killings? Not just in your area, but just over the course of the United States.
Yeah, across the country. It's getting ridiculous. Now, it's really getting ridiculous, you know. Because even I watched something the other day. Kid in Brooklyn. He just one kid. He was walking home with his female friend. He's like, "You look suspicious," and they just grabbed him up, put him on the floor, like, and punched him in the head. Like, come on. It's like these police officers are power tripping.
Right.
And those are the dudes, and I feel like those are the dudes who got picked on in high school, who got picked on in middle school, and now you have an opportunity with a badge that makes you feel you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Like, and then you have the young people who don't really know what's really going on. And those are the people who 9 times out of 10 are the ones they're abusing, the ones they're chasing down. It's ridiculous though.
You know, my take on it is for like, you know, I feel like that social distance rule don't apply to only apply to the African American community, just the black community. And I feel like if you go down to Midtown Manhattan or Central Park, social distance don't apply to them. They having cookouts, they're having little small concerts, they're partying, and the police is like giving them baths and like semi-celebrating with them. And I feel like that's a big injustice and a smack in the face to us, which say, hey, we should wake up and stop killing each other because the system is not for us, and they don't care. So the moment they see black people, they look at us as a number, you know, as they view a community, lock them up and profit off them. So it's like modern day slavery. Let's give them a summons. Let's just try to make an arrest. Let's just falsify something. So the moment you say, shut up, they just throwing you to the ground because they want to make that arrest. They really don't care about you. So if you look at them and the white people down there, not racist or nothing, I feel like it's a lot even. With the murder in Georgia, I feel like that was a hate crime. You just jump out your van, you chase down a guy and kill him, and it's taking y'all 75 days to arrest somebody. If that was any one of us, we'd be kicked in our door, be kicked in the same night.
Right.
Not waiting, not even a week, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, the same night they kick in your door. So I feel like our system always going to fail us if we don't stick together and we don't act out against racial injustice, inequality.
And I feel like
if the more we...
Right.
Go ahead.
And I felt like the way that was, the thing in Georgia, it was like a dude with a rifle hunting deer, and that's how it looked. You understand what I'm saying? The dude's just jogging, black man jogging, whatever. This is what you do. It was like a hunt. I felt like it was a hunt. Yo, we're gonna get somebody today. We're gonna make sure they of color. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I feel like in certain parts they're hunting us down.
Right.
And then they don't get arrested right away. And then there's like, and then even the dude recording, like, your phone works to record. How about you call the police?
Right. True.
You would rather record the young man getting shot rather than say, hey, officer, there's somebody, these guys are here picking on an individual. You don't got to let them know the race. Individuals getting picked and they have a gun out. Can you please send an officer out now?
Right.
Rather, that man died.
Yeah.
And now he wants people to feel sorry for him after he recorded it, didn't call the police. He wasn't proactive in anything he did.
Right.
Besides the video.
Right. If you have any questions, you can call 914-357-5551. You can ask these guys any questions that you like. Give us a call. So if tournaments going on, young man is doing something wrong, and because I know you guys are usually really active and you don't really watch the whole environment like around you because you guys are paying attention to what's going on closer in the park. Just say that you do get a glimpse of a kid getting ready to do something wrong, and a police officer is he's looking. Are you type of people that will run over and stop the kid before the police get there to intervene?
Yeah, I mean, I can be honest. We had an incident last summer. These new what do they call community affairs officers, right?
Yeah, community affairs officers. They just came outside.
They tried to kind of shut us down. They didn't know what was really going on. They're new, but we go about the proper precautions every year. So it's not our fault that your uppers didn't tell you what goes on here every summer.
Right.
So they began arguing with a kid. They was like, they asked him for his ID for no reason. Because the kid said, you guys are bothering everybody. It's a basketball tournament. And they said, where's your ID? I said, he doesn't need to give you his ID. He didn't do anything wrong. You asking this young man for his ID like he did something wrong. It's freedom of speech.
Right.
He can say whatever he wants. He's not threatening you. He's not a threat to you. He's just standing here.
Wow.
What's the issue?
They're going to log back in because, Zoom gives us a certain amount of time on when you're live on Zoom. So give us a second. But if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, 914-357-5551. You can ask anything you like. Please give us a call and let them give an answer to whatever you like to know. Also, we don't know what's going to happen with the Summer League this year due to the pandemic, but we definitely are looking forward to something to happen. I mean, they do a lot also with the community. They within their tournament, they do a lot around the area for their community. You know, there's one big thing is there's a lot of things that go on in the community over there that I really like, and I'm so happy that my friends are doing what they need to do as far as tournaments, programs, and things of that nature. So they are back now. You have any questions, please call 914-357-5551 and they'll answer your questions. So I'm sorry, Zoom give you a certain amount of time to be on,
It's all good.
So you had something special that came up. You had a Christmas tournament this year. The Christmas tournament was for what age group and what schools participated?
The Christmas tournament was basically for elementary school kids and middle school kids. We had PS 112, PS 111,
MS 363, all the way by Fordham University. By Fordham Road. We had Sousa. We had a school from what's the school on? We had a bunch of schools. It turned out really good, And
when it's great, right? When a principal walk in, right, and they say, "Hey, when are you guys coming back again? When can we do this again?" The kids want to keep on doing every Saturday. So we want to turn it to like a Saturday enrichment program. Also do a tournament like every other month in a way. It's like all year round, where it's almost like intramurals where they develop them as elementary school and middle school kids. Even though the gym is so small, it turned out great. It was a great event. No violence. Parents were excited because the kids don't get to play during the winter too much. So no complaints,
Right. So
and the gym was packed.
Right.
And it started at 9 a.m. For a gym to be packed at 9 a.m., it reminds me of when we used to play AAU. The gym's packed when you go to these AAU tournaments at 9 a.m.
Right.
So it gave me that type of feeling, and it gave me the type of feeling of these parents support what's really going on. These parents supporting their kids. They're supporting their kids' dreams or their goals and ambitions,
Right.
And also having a Christmas tournament give them that spirit. Like right before they open their toys and go home with their family, they get to play basketball. And it's a tradition every year. They know that, hey, Grenada Built to Win tournaments, Christmas time. We know we got something coming up. They got a winter tournament. They got a summer tournament. So we want to be active all year round. Also with the nonprofit, and eventually we want to offer more sports. We also want to add soccer, baseball, boxing, because every kid don't play basketball.
Right.
And add the girls component. You want the girls component to be with basketball too. We don't want to just service the young men playing basketball. We want to add girls also. So I wanted to mention that.
Right. So basically, this summer, were you going to have a girls tournament this year?
What we were going to do this summer, since we're just trying to integrate girls, what we were going to do is have like an all-star game kind of, a weekend all-star game of festivities for the girls.
Gotcha.
For the opportunity. And now we build from there. You build those relationships with these female coaches, the coaches of these young females.
Right.
So that was our goal this year. So we're still kind of hopeful for summer because we really want a summer, So.
As for females, it get kind of touchy with them to get them to come play all the time, just like the men want to come play. If they really dedicated, they're gonna come. Once they feel like it's a safe haven, they feel like it's how they say lit nowadays. The tournament is really lit. They're gonna come. They got tops and bottoms, and they having fun, and they could get better. If they could trust in you, they're gonna keep coming. So we never really advertise ourselves so much with girls. We'll just say it, but we want to be active. Like, let's start with the All-Star game in and get coaches and get teams, and then you build a league from there also. And you develop young girls like that too, because we don't want to just dominate one way with just boys. Don't be girls, because there's some girls out here that's better than some dudes. So
right.
In that service too. So we want to just be proactive and versatile. You don't want to just stay one way. As far as with the academics, a lot of people don't really know about the clearinghouse. Also, NCAA clearinghouse. A lot of these coaches, they just tell a kid, "Hey, you can go to this school. You can just do that." But a lot of these handlers and coaches don't tell you what is the NCAA clearinghouse. A lot of parents.
Yeah, but that's. But you know what? You said it already. That was the issue. They handlers. They not mentoring these kids. They handlers. You know what a handler is, right? You know, they just stay along for the ride. They're not really interested in the kid really learning. Basketball is a business.
Right.
It becomes a business. They're not really learning. They're not teaching these kids like, listen, you need to do X, Y, and Z to get to point from A, B, C to get to X, Y, Z. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of the times, these handlers tend to skip those stages and they're just telling them about X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
You gotta go through the rest of the alphabet to get there.
Kobe, we kind of want to reverse the trend. A lot of kids get exploited. They don't really get told the truth. So this stories and stuff like that, while we on here, we need to tell them that. They don't really tell them the truth about how it really supposed to go at a college level, just in college. It don't got to be Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, where you got to be up at 6 a.m. to work out, 4 a.m. running the track.
You're not running 1 mile, you're running 5 miles. And you're not touching the ball for a month. Dudes feel like they go to school, they're going to touch the ball right away. Now, it don't work like that in school.
You mean in college, right?
It's running for the first month.
Yeah, in college. In college, now it becomes business. Now a coach want to keep his job. So he's not going to just say, hey, somebody called you. Yo, Kobe said you was good. I'm just going to take you. No, they're going to evaluate you to the max. And somebody's always there next year to take your spot. So you can never be so comfortable where it's just like, hey, it's the Gauchos or it's Riverside. I'm going to definitely play. That'll work up to the high school level. Once they go to college, it becomes strictly business. Because now that McDonald's All-American going to come in. And now you're not the only best high school player on your team. You got 12 other dudes that was the best high school player on their team.
Right.
So now you compete at 4 or 5 a.m. right for a spot. So the coaches is looking for 8-man roster. So if you go there thinking, hey, I was the best player on Scanlon, so I'm gonna go there and get busy. No, that coach is finding 2 more people in your position just in case you don't get the job done. And if you want to transfer, he's okay with that. So I feel like a lot of these coaches mislead these players.
Some coaches, I done seen dudes lose their scholarship because they didn't perform well. Yo, we're not bringing you back next year.
Right.
Now
right.
dudes are back to where I now gotta go D2. I don't want to sit out a year to go play D1 again. I gotta go D2. But what I always tell dudes, don't go where you not gonna play.
Right.
You know what you don't. A lot of dudes pick schools because of the name, and and their work ethic don't match. So when you go to these schools, if you don't work hard and you were always given a green light every team you played on, you don't understand the real work ethic. So coaches see that, and now it's like, yo, coaches ain't playing me. I got to transfer. Now you want to transfer because he's not playing you, but you didn't have the work ethic before you got there. Coaches applaud work ethic. I know a dude I played with. He just played man defense. He played every single game.
You know why it's a poor work ethic with these guys? Because a lot of these handlers and fake coaches don't tell them the truth. They tell them, yeah, you real good, you this. They stroke your ego until now you want the next McDonald's All-America, or the next dude who's just as good as you, or just as strong as you from Alabama, and you realize that the goal is not to be the best player in your neighborhood. The goal is to go to college, get your degree, and live and start a family and be a productive citizen. If you make the NBA, great. If you can make money playing basketball, great, because everybody don't get that chance. And that's a blessing to be able to get a scholarship. Not, you can't just wake up and say, I'm playing ball, and everybody have the right to think they're good and use it as cardio. But I feel like a lot of these coaches, they don't really tell them the truth. And a lot of people that's not coaches, they just worry about if they could get an opportunity, if they could make money off the kid, or if he could just play games with the kid. And when they realize they too old to play regular basketball games no more, they don't help them in life. They don't help them get a job. They can't teach them nothing. They can't register with the NCAA clearinghouse. They can't do nothing. It's just like, you play basketball with me for this time, and that's it. We don't have no more relationship. And I feel like with our program, it's bigger than basketball as far as that.
Okay.
You know, you're building up a life.
Okay.
Right, because I've seen a dude go from D2, averaging 7 points, and average 2 points in D3, and people think it's about where you go. It's about how you approach the game. A lot of dudes don't know how to approach the game. Like, oh, it's D3. I don't want to play D3. If they giving you extra money to go to school for free, I'm going to school for free.
Right.
You want to make your parents take out this loan that you got to pay back? Nah, for what? I'm gonna take out if I go D3 and they giving me enough money where I don't need a loan and I got enough financial aid, I'm going there because I know I'm gonna play
Right.
and I know I'm gonna go to school for free. It's about your degree. Don't say D1, D2, D3 on it. Your degree
That's
just
true.
says a school.
That says a
Your
school.
degree don't
You're
have
right.
Division 1 on it.
You're right about
No,
that.
I'd rather go here. It's Division 1. Nah, your degree don't have that on it.
No.
So these dudes be looking like I went here. I ain't get my degree, but then I got my degree from somewhere else. You still got a degree.
Right.
That's
right.
the goal. Get your degree.
And cool,
That's
the
the
last
goal.
thing, not to cut you off, like that is the goal to piggyback, get a degree. But the move is not you go to school for college 4 years, get your degree, then most of these dudes they come back and they become a trainer. Like that's not the goal. That's not the move just to become a trainer. There's nothing wrong with it. But you gotta
There's
offer the
nothing wrong with
community
it.
something more than that. You can't be out here charging your community $25, $30 and saying that you helping the community. What if the kid that don't got the $25 or $30, then what he does? See,
Right.
with our clinic, we charge nothing. I wake up every morning 7 a.m. I'm outside in the park 8. We working kids out for free. No parent can ever say we took any money from them. Not one parent could wake up and come to the park and say, hey, they took some money from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So some people you got to be tricky. Yeah, it's a business. Some people they doing that for their living, and some people is actually doing it for a heart to really help a kid.
Right.
Not saying you're not supposed to make money, but you're not supposed to exploit your community, your urban community, to make that money. You're supposed to go to the white area and charge that fee where they pay that kind of money. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So now with your tournament, do you guys reach out to college coaches or prep school coaches
We had
or regular junior high school coaches? Do you ever reach out to them because you have a player and you feel that you want this kid to really like get out the hood and have a better opportunity and a better chance at, being successful?
like leaving last year, we had 2 college coaches come out. It wasn't too big, but I mean, we had them come out. He was like, I was speaking to a coach. He DM'd me. I'm like, okay, I got some kids. If you come at this time, I know you can find some talent. Just let me know the kids you might pick, and I could tell you about them.
Right.
And most of the kids that's playing are good kids. So right now, it's a kid that played in there that's going to go to that school next year. You understand what I'm saying?
Nice.
So it's all about, then now you build that relationship. I went here, and then you build that rapport with the coach. I went here, and I got this kid from here. They got some talent there. So he might tell the next coach, yo, they got talent up there.
Right.
You never know. This is a basketball world. That's how basketball works.
If you have any, 1 second, my fault. If you have any questions, 914-357-5551, please give us a call and ask whatever you'd like to ask. Go ahead, Rob.
I feel like that's our duty to get college coaches and high school coaches and middle school coaches here to recruit these kids because the goal is for them to go to college. I feel like if we don't do that and a kid just playing our tournament for however long and he never gets the opportunity to go to college, I feel like we failed them as activists in the community by them not going to college.
Right.
Not forcing them, but giving them that avenue or option to want to go to college, or if they're not playing basketball, also give them some type of trade that they could do, or maybe get their ocean work construction. There's a bunch of jobs they could do, but we want to teach them a life skill outside of basketball. So, hey, pick a school where after you graduate, you can get a job and take care of yourself. A lot of people don't really tell kids that. They figure like once basketball's over, a lot of kids just get stuck or nothing else to do, or they don't really tell them the real true stories about their background. They tell them all the good stuff. I want to know the bad stuff too. Things I shouldn't know about you. Not just all the good. Don't just show me stats and Google articles. Let's talk about life. Because when the basketball stops, what happens? Can you still call any of your coaches to get a job? Can you still call? Can you work? Did you set your trend? Did you go to school to study something that you can make money in? A lot of people don't do that. So I feel like it's our job as activists and running tournaments to make sure every kid go to college for free. Not playing in my tournament or playing for us and then now your parents got to pay. What was the purpose of playing basketball for all these years if they got to pay?
Right. So now, did you guys ever think about having a last look? This might be something that you guys might want to look into doing, and if you make any money from this. I know you guys. I know you guys' numbers. You hear me? I'm gonna come looking for you guys. Listen, a last look for high school seniors.
Yeah,
Where
we actually planned on doing that for at this moment in time now because high school season's over. We were
Right.
going to do like an exposure camp.
yes,
We wanted to do an exposure camp, like so now they're still looking for kids.
exactly.
I feel like we should be doing that every year, having exposure camp for the boys and girls, high school and middle school, mainly high school for them to go to college. I feel like we should keep developing relationships with
And
other
I want
coaches.
to do a high school one just for kids that's going to high school too, because a lot of these kids don't have the opportunity to go to the good high school, or And I'm not saying just good like that. I mean, as far as a kid could be really good, but that coach from Stepanak might have never seen him before.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? A good kid could be really good, but he might get stuck in the B division. I'm not saying you can't go to a good school from the B division, but your chances are highly likely better in the AA school. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? So I still would want to create that avenue for those kids.
I feel like if you could play, you
Because
could play
the
in
B
division
division,
counts, but
I've
if you're a
seen
good player,
AA schools lose to B division.
Go ahead, Rob.
I feel
What?
like if you could play, honestly, right? Hear me out. If you could play, they'll find you. No matter what division you go to,
Yeah.
Division 2, Division 3, A division, B division. If you could score, play, and play defense, you're going to get a scholarship to play. And I feel like that's our job.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy because
this is what they can do.
I can't name not one New York City guard or player right now that I've seen really play defense since I've been watching basketball. And like,
Oh,
in this decade right here.
But no,
And
that has a
that's-
lot to do with coaching, though. That
Yes.
purely
Yes.
coaching. I mean, summer league, you're not really going to see too much D because coaches just pick up guys and put them on the side. You know what I'm saying? And now the only difference
we've
I
been
see
to
is
those
when the program teams are in the tournament. When the program teams are in the tournament, I see a lot more defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like a pickup team, I don't really see too much of the defense. But that's always comes down to coaching. Because you definitely couldn't play for us at Bronx Community College if you didn't play D. And I'm talking about we had some ballers.
That's
We
what
had
any
some
coach.
Yeah, we had some players that they could put the ball in the basket, but guess what? They was playing Olay D. And they was Olay behind on this bench. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I remember y'all put Bronx Community on the map. Yeah,
I was trying to recruit you too, Vance. I was trying to recruit you too.
I know.
Yeah, you was too good for me. You wanted to stay in Baychester Center, shoot jump shots all day long.
Nah. Well, my situation was kind of unique.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. I know you told me you was going through some stuff.
I could give a background about my I went to school. My first juke I went to didn't really work out. Ended up kind of like feeling off. Then I got my grades right, but then I was partying a lot. So what happened was furniture starts breaking. I'm in the dorm room, so you're liable for everything you got.
Right.
You break. My total was $5,000.
Oh.
I'm from the projects. Where am I pulling this $5,000 from?
Oh, yeah. Unless you're going to go, to the bodega and stand in front of there, and you don't want to do that.
And then there is my support was really just me. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took it as, listen, I'm not paying this, so it's okay. And when I tried to get my transcripts, I had forgot. I don't have that $5,000.
Right.
You can't get that. I paid it off now, but
yeah,
it's too late. But I still love the game of basketball. I could teach a kid now.
Yeah.
From my mistake. You understand what I'm saying? So that was my learning experience.
Right. And you, Rod, you got a scholarship, didn't you? All the way through from high school, from junior high.
Yeah,
No,
for me,
actually for you started elementary. You got a scholarship in elementary, junior high. Oh.
For me, my story is a little different. You know, I got a documentary coming, you know, pretty soon, maybe another year or so. Started playing like a little late, maybe at the age of 12, 13, around there. I didn't really start playing. I didn't have a father to wake me up and say, hey, I'm training you every day. Let's go to the park like some of these dudes have now.
Right.
So I just learned in the park like everybody else. Go to the park, play 2-on-2, play 1-on-1. I had a good friend, Geddes Robinson. We used to play 1-on-1 every day behind Sousa with no lights. Vance used to work out with us. We had a bunch of people that used to play with no lights and work out. So for me, started like a little bit playing with the Bronx Kings. Tony Tejada, KC coached.
Okay.
A little bit played with Wiz Kids. Coach O, Books and Ball. Coach John McEntee. So I played a little bit with everybody. A little bit with New Heights in Vegas. After that, I really didn't play no AAU big time or nothing like that. Just a little bit of tournaments around the way and selective tournaments here and there. Went to Wings Academy. Became the all-time leading scorer there. Jordan All-American. All-City every year. Player of the year. In my class, I was top 3 player in my class every year in the city. It was like Curtis Kelly, Edgar, then me, or it was like Edgar Sosa, Kirk Kelly, then me. So it was like it would switch every week on Hoop Sports.
Nice.
So from there, I had to go junior college because SAT, I wasn't really taking my grade serious. I was getting like in wing 75s and 80s, 85. I was just staying eligible just to pass, just to be eligible. Like, hey, I'm just going to take this test, pass 75. If I would have known about the sliding scale, the ACT and the SAT, if somebody was telling me about that, I thought I would have been better off qualifying. So I was like maybe 40 or 50 points short for the SAT. So I had a scholarship, not a scholarship, I had a program. They offered a scholarship, but I wasn't eligible to go to Niagara. They wanted me to do something called the EOP program. It's like Equal Opportunity Program for low-income families. And I decided not to. I was like, no, I went JUCO. To still wanted to play. I didn't know if I wanted to sit out that 1 year. So we got that part done, and then it was like the coach kind of like, he left, and it was going to be a new coach coming in. So it was like, hey, I'm just going to go JUCO.
Okay.
After I went to JUCO, I went out to Western Texas. They recruited me. Had a good year there, Western Texas, all conference. Another year at Western Texas. After that, I had a bunch of schools, Cal Riverside, Pepperdine, Colorado State. I could name a bunch of them. And then Florida A&M came in the picture, and it was crazy that the coach knew Marion Cash, but
right.
So it was like this guard, he's in the JUCO, he's tearing it up. He said he's from Edenmore. So they're like, you know Cash? I'm like, yeah. So they speak to the coach, and Buddy get me on the phone. Hey, man, go to that school with that coach, man. He's going to let you do this. He's going to let you score, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up committing to Florida A&M, which was an HBCU.
Yeah, nice.
Playing 2 years there, getting my degree, my bachelor's degree. And I got an sociology, minor in criminal justice, and then went back, got the master's degree, which is in education and leadership. Following graduation, I had pro contracts, and then a straight bullet hits me before I'm about to go overseas. Straight bullet hits my leg, boom.
Night before.
Which put my career on hold, and had me start thinking about doing other things with kids, even though I was always still in the community.
Yeah.
It kind of put my career on hold as far as that part of my career. But I was still, in every tournament, I was still lethal. I had crazy backcourt mate, Dwight Hardy and myself.
And this is after the shooting?
Yeah.
Okay. So because I remember you playing hoops in the sun. Y'all was killing. And this is after the shot, huh?
Yeah, still got a little bit, but I ain't playing like 5 years. So now I'm on my boss level, but I can still hoop is for the right price.
You can't. What? You do what?
Me and Kobe 1-on-1.
Never. Yeah. No. No way. I am not going back underneath the knife to get another hip. Nope. I'm good. Nah. I am the number one cheerleader.
You and Eon 1-on-1. You and Eon 1-on-1.
Me against Eon? Oh, I'll play Eon. Yeah, I'll do that. I ain't got to move too much to play Eon. Sure. Yo, but let everybody know where they can reach y'all to be able to put a team in the tournament, to give you their names, their transcripts, and all that stuff for the showcase. and also tell them where to send the teams that we're going to play in the Christmas tournament that's coming up this year, because I know you're going to do it as soon as you'll know that as soon as September hit. If they back in school, then I know you're going to have Christmas tournament.
Of course.
So let them know.
That's what they're going to look forward to. So you could, if you send in transcripts, let us know what high school you went to, name, date of birth, transcripts. You can send that to Grenada BTW Basketball 2012 at gmail.com. Or you can DM us on Instagram or Facebook at Grenada BTW Classic.
Gotcha.
Underscore just Grenada BTW Classic. If you're going to get a team in, I prefer you email or DM us.
Gotcha.
Right under the comments, I want to put a team in, just DM us, let us know. We're going to tell you how to go about the process. Or you could contact us personally through social media at, what's yours?
My Instagram is International Rod 5. Facebook is Rod Jenkins.
Instagram is VCal C15. Facebook, Vance Callahan.
And I want to thank you guys for being on the Raw Truth Show. And
Thank you for having us, man.
Can't wait to find out what's going to happen. You know, we definitely got to get back up and get together because, you know, I was out there filming them tournaments out there. So people that were playing in the tournament, they all need to go to Kubi TV, COOBIE TV YouTube channel. And
great quality, y'all.
And it was live and direct, you know. So I want to thank you guys for being on the show. And I'll hit you guys a little later.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right.